Direct from Las Vegas, it's the Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show. Featuring cooking with Chef Michael Leonetti. Interviews with artists, authors, and celebrities.
Hi, this is Sandy Kastel. Stop, don't go anywhere. We've got something for everyone. Cooking with Chef Michael, staying fit and fabulous forever, and women and men in music and arts from around the world. So join us here for Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show. We're here at Backstage Dance Studio, and I'm going into a class with Angelo Moio to take beginning jazz for my Staying Fit and Fabulous program. I'll see you inside.
Chapter 5. Back 1, 2, 3, and press 5, 6, 7 again, and stretch 1, 2, 3.
I'm here with Angelo Moio, and he's our dance teacher, and we all love him here at Backstage Dance Studio. You know, Angelo, you've been in the business. Oh, there, look, they love you, they love you. And if you go on Facebook, you can see the testimonies about Angelo, okay? And you've been in the business a long time. You've worked with some wonderful people, and Anne Margaret, Juliet Prowse, to name a few. I know some others. And on Facebook, there's all kinds of pictures of you throughout the years of you dancing with all these wonderful people. How does dancing make an effect on your life?
Well, I've been dancing for such a long time now. I think that dancing has gotten me through everything in my life. It's gotten me through all of the most wonderful, happy times of my life, and then it's gotten me through the low times too. So I think that as dancers, and I think you would all agree with me, that as dancers we're so lucky to have dance to be able to lift us up when we need it and keep us there when we're already there, you know?
Yeah.
So for me, yeah, dancing is just, I can't imagine not dancing.
Yeah, you know, we've got some dancers in the room that are professional dancers, but also we've got some housewives, some businesswomen, some businessmen. We've got a variety of different people in here, and I know this is called a beginning class, but it's really advanced beginning now, because a lot of us have been with you for a long time.
Everybody's gotten so good that it's not really a beginning level. It's a little hard when people come in and they've never had a class before, because everybody has gotten so good that through the years it's gotten progressively more difficult.
Okay, so now I want to ask you something. I want to know how you know when a new student comes in here or somebody that's at a different level, how do you keep everybody happy? How do you pay attention to everybody? Because I know when a new student comes in, even myself included, if I've been away for 6 months, you watch, my level might not be up to somebody else's level. So how do you maintain that balance within the class?
You know, I always try to make sure that when we've got somebody new coming into the studio, I always try to make sure that I acknowledge them, that I learn their name immediately. Try to explain to them what they're going to, especially if it's their first class ever, try to explain to them we're going to do a warm-up and we're going to go for half an hour straight and then we're going to put our shoes on. Try to explain to them what is going to happen over the next hour and a half. Because I think that when people come into a new studio or a new dance class, they're nervous, you know, but I think that if you can just break that ice in the beginning and let them know that you've acknowledged them, you know they're here, and they kind of know what to expect, and you just tell them, just keep going, you know, don't stop, don't judge it, just do it, and listen to the music and enjoy it. And then at the end of the class, I always try to make sure I go and talk to them as well afterwards and say, you know, how well they've done. I try to stay in front of them during the combination to make sure they've got somebody to follow. And most of the time, that works.
You know, I know you have a following from New York, to LA, to around the world. Because I know anytime somebody's here in Las Vegas, from wherever they are, we just had somebody leave that had to go back to New York, and she was like, I don't want to go back. I want to be here because I don't want to miss a class with you. I mean, you've got followers from around the world, and you go out and you travel and you work on different shows and you work with different programs around the world. So how do you maintain that schedule?
Well, you know, I must say I don't do it as much anymore as I did when I was a little bit younger. But you know, it's always fun to go into other places and dance and either do a new project, work on some choreography, or go and be a guest teacher at someone else's studio. I think all of that is part of what makes dancing fun. You get to meet so many people all over the country, and you have the same language wherever you go. You all know what a kickball change is. You all speak the same language. Dancers all understand each other. We all understand what makes us tick. So no matter where we go, you find that you have friends everywhere. So it's always a welcoming, wonderful experience. So it's fun.
All right, so one more question.
All right.
You know about WEMA. women and men in
yes.
music and arts,
Yes.
empowering artists of all ages through education, mentoring, and scholarships. And it's something very dear to my heart.
Yes.
And we raise money for scholarships,
Yes.
you know, for artists in our community. And if you were going to tell, you know, young dancers, young performers, one thing that's the most important thing to keep in mind as they're starting out, what would that be?
What would be the most important? I mean, number one is practice, practice, practice. You know, number one is you've got to get to class and you've got to study. But I think that maybe even more than that is if you really want to do this, don't be discouraged. Because in the show business world, you get a lot of rejection and a little bit of acceptance. But if you stop after the first couple of rejections, you're never going to get to do it. Because we've all have to go through that. You're not the right height, or you're not the right color hair, and you can't take that personally. You have to just say, okay, I wasn't right for this show. When's the next audition, and go. So I just say, I think don't give up. That would be the biggest thing, is if you really want to do it, don't give up.
I agree.
Absolutely.
As a matter of fact, I have a song called Don't Tell Me I Can't. How many
That's
of us
right.
have ever been told you can't, you won't, and you never will, right? Well, I got to tell you, you can. Just take a step each day towards your goals. And you will be attesting to this because you've known me a long time.
Yep.
And sometimes we take a detour and then we come back on our path, right? So keep plugging, keep going, practice, practice, practice. And come to Angelo's class. Bye. Thank you.
Hey, it's the holidays.
And I'm very excited. You know why?
Why?
Because it gives me a chance to go to Smith's on Sahara and Durango. They got the best of everything. Sandy, you know what they have over there?
What?
The best food, the best produce, the best meats. I love that place, and I can't wait to go.
I know. We love shopping at Smith's.
I'm going right now. Hey, Sandy, when you sing, I hear angels.
Angels?
Yeah, angels. And I love Santa Baby.
Well, Santa Baby's my new holiday single.
Where do I get it at?
You can get it on iTunes along with all the rest of my music.
Guess what we're listening to this year?
Santa Baby.
Santa Baby. Ba-doo-ba-diddly-da-ba-doo-bee.
You're so sweet.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm here with Sherry Goldstein at the Yoga Sanctuary, and we just had a wonderful, wonderful yoga class with her. And what I love about it is that you're doing a beginning, intermediate class, and you're taking everybody gets to go at their own level and their own pace.
Yes, I think it's so important that everyone has to follow what feels good for them. You know, I always say that this is not cookie-cutter yoga. This is your practice, and you really have to listen to your body and tune into that. So you'll see so many people doing different things depending on their own situations. If they've had any injuries, maybe they're a little bit tired or their back is hurting them. So the great thing is that they have options.
You know, we were talking a little bit before. The thing I find in sometimes with people is that they'll say, well, you know, yeah, my back's hurting me right now, so I can't do anything. But, you know, I just had a knee thing going on, no surgery or anything, but I just got a little glitch, you know, from something, you know, overdoing something, and I got a little torque in there. And I came to class, and I was a little swollen, and I told you about it, and I did the class, and by the end of the class, my swelling had gone down, and my knee hurt a little bit less. Now, obviously, I still have to be careful of it, and so maybe in some of the poses, I would do it a little differently, maybe. And but like you said, everybody's at their own level, just like we are in life.
Yes, and movement is very important because you want to get the body fluids to start circulating, and you don't want to stiffen up. So sometimes, you know, if you do have an injury, of course you want to protect yourself, but movement is vital. You want to stretch, you want to get the muscles and ligaments around the joints to strengthen, and it just makes you feel better. You'll tighten up if you just don't do anything.
Right.
So I believe, you know, and you get more mindful if you start getting in touch with your body. Okay, how much should I do? Maybe that doesn't feel so good, but you know this does. And usually most students, they feel great after they do their yoga class because they are getting that movement.
Well, you know, there's some people don't know about yoga, they think, oh, well, that's, you know, something that's from somewhere else. It's like a spiritual thing, and if I don't believe in that, it's a religion, you know. But there's actually just the pure benefit of doing the yoga poses for exercise, for toning your body, and also for stretching out some of those muscles, because sometimes holding those poses really helps you just elongate those muscles. And I know sometimes we sit at a desk, or we're doing work, or we're driving the car, and we get, you know, startled, and we get, you know, we tighten up our muscles, and sometimes we just need a chance to just let them stretch those muscles slowly.
Absolutely.
Instead of trying to force it.
And what the yoga does, it combines that component of relaxation and breathing. So you become more mindful, as opposed to just going in and just doing a quick exercise.
Yeah.
You're really paying attention. How is your breath making your body feel? How is it making your mind feel? So that it becomes a whole holistic experience. It's a mind, body, and ultimately a spiritual experience. And that spiritual experience is very personal.
Yes.
Whatever that means. But yes, I agree with you. Yoga is not a religion. It's really where you want to take it. There's philosophy in yoga, and then there's also that part of the physical component of the yoga called asana, which will work on every body part. It will increase your flexibility, increase circulation, and strengthen your muscles as well, and keep you mobile and in good shape for hopefully many, many, many years. I have never heard of a yoga student say to me that they felt worse
after they came.
Yes, they always say, I'm so glad that I came. I feel so good afterwards.
What I hear
deep
is
relaxation is the antidote to stress.
What I hear is the people who have been away from it for a while saying, I wish I had time to do it. Now, you have an hour and a half. This was an hour and a half class.
Yes.
Do you have classes that are shorter?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We have classes that are an hour and 15, an hour and a half.
So they can maybe squeeze that into their schedule a little bit better.
Sometimes the beginner classes are a little bit shorter.
Okay.
Definitely.
Well, this was great. I feel so good. And it was so nice to have this class. And to have you, and to reconnect with you again after I've been away for a while.
Yes, and to be with your wonderful spirit, and just see, you know, that you had some issues and now you're just feeling better. And that's what, you know, the yoga will do for you. It'll just make you feel so good.
Well, thank you, Sherry. And thank you for the yoga sanctuary here. Yes.
It is a sanctuary, and I just want to add to that, you know, coming from New York City, I was born and raised there. And it's very frenetic and chaotic, but I always had my yoga studio, not my own, but the teacher that I studied with, and it was like home for me. And that's what I wanted to create for people, a place, literally a sanctuary, where they could find peace for themselves and reconnect with themselves. And that is the essence of Yoga Sanctuary, is to find that peace.
And I just thought of something else.
Yes.
There's a way for everybody to take a piece of this home with them. You have CDs, DVDs.
Absolutely.
And they can take that home. They have books, and so they can take the experience home with them and do it at their own home if they don't have time to always fit the class in here.
Yes,
they can do that too,
ultimately,
so
but in the beginning, I always think that it's very important to be
with somebody,
with an instructor, so that they don't injure themselves. And then over time, definitely, it's portable.
Yeah.
You know, it's very portable.
Well, people travel too. They go on vacation.
Absolutely.
And they can take that with them.
Yes.
And do that anywhere.
Yes.
Indoors or outdoors.
Yes.
Well,
even in a closet. I meditate in closets, you know, very small spaces. You don't need much.
Right.
Just need yourself and a mat and some quiet time.
Well, thank you. I look forward to our next class.
Yes,
yes, thank you.
I look forward to it as well. Thank you.
Owning your own home is absolutely a blessing in life.
Except when things go wrong.
That's why you need somebody good to come in to do the repair, to put extensions, to do whatever needs to be done, from plumbing to painting, flooring. The one guy that I know that will really come through for you, his name is Alex Yanko.
That's everyday home improvement.
And guess what? I think something's leaking. I better call him. Hey, Sandy, you know what really aggravates me?
What?
When I drive down the street, I see some of these beautiful homes, but they don't care about their driveway.
I know, especially here in Las Vegas, that sun beating down on the driveways really wreaks havoc.
You know, it's funny. It's like wearing a suit and walking out with sneakers.
That's why Paver Sealing Vegas is really great, because they know what to do to make your driveway look great.
That's what I'm talking about.
"17 years ago, Lou Phillips, Jerry Bormann, and Mike McQuady got together to create Tuscany Grill. Well, they were working at other locations. One was Phillips Supper House and the other was DiMartino's, but they came together and created Tuscany Grill. And now here we are in Henderson, Nevada, and we are enjoying some of their fine, fine, fine Tuscany Grill cooking. Here we are in the kitchen at Tuscany Grill in Henderson, Nevada with Jerry Bormann. Hi, Jerry, how you doing?
Hi, good, thank you. Hi, Sandy.
And Chef Michael.
I'm here, boy. What a treat we got today, because we're going to make today is a fabulous dish called chicken marsala. Wait till you taste it. Now, we're one of the best, because this guy, he's my favorite chef. I remember him since I was a little kid. And I watched him all my life. I'm going to kid you. So I want you to relax, sit back, because what we're going to show you is very simple, very easy, and everybody can make it.
We're going to get two versions here from Jerry and Chef Michael.
Okay, what I'm here to do is make chicken marsala for you. I've already got 3-ounce chicken breast prepped already. I deveined them, took them out. If they have a little fat area, like Mike will explain to you, so you don't get it overcooked and it stays moist. Get a little slot in it so it doesn't dry out on you. So what I do is I take my chicken, I get a little bit of canola oil here, and I get it hot, which I've been getting hot. I flour my chicken, lightly flour it, throw it in my saute pan, and brown it, both sides. Get this cooking away, and you don't need a lot of canola oil. You just probably 3-4 tablespoons is all you really need. I'm gonna make my roux like a restaurant style, right in the pan to order as we go, because we're busy and we're moving it. Where Chef Michael's gonna show you a different way, and some places put mushrooms in their marcellas, and my old pal here loves capers in his.
Oh yeah, that's one of the best.
That's the Philly way.
When you see the second half of this, you're going to be impressed. You know what Benjamin Franklin said?
What?
Anybody who represents themselves is a fool. This guy, his name is Neil Colmaneras. He is one of the best civil attorneys in Las Vegas. Do you know what he specializes in?
Asset protection, estate planning, business law, bankruptcy, foreclosure, immigration.
That's what I love about this guy.
Neil Colmaneras.
He's the best.
Okay, now the next step I'll do, because I'll make my roux right to order in the pan. I'll put a little butter in there to make it good and rich. I put a little garlic in right in that same corner. And then I'm just gonna make my roux to order right there, so I can do it right then and there. I just gotta mix this in. If you don't mix this roux in here, you're gonna make it clumpy, right? So then you're gonna taste the flour. Put a little salt in it, a little pepper in it. Give it a shot of lemon juice. And I like to burn my marsala off. If you don't burn your marsala, it gives it kind of a bitter taste, I feel. You know, some people maybe like that taste in it. I don't know. Throw a few mushrooms in it, right? And here's where I vary off with a lot of chefs. Most of them will only use chicken stock, right? I put a little. One day I was eating it, and I threw some beef stock in mine when I worked for a chef, and he didn't make it that way. So now that I have my own place, I go ahead and make it with beef stock too. I put a little beef and chicken combination in it. That's maybe why my marsala tastes a little different than other restaurants, but it's very delicious and awesome.
I can attest to that. It's wonderful.
I can't wait to eat it.
Thank you. That's chicken marsala.
Hey, Sandy, do you know something? The Tuscany Grill in Henderson, their meatballs are phenomenal.
So is their cheesecake.
Haha, so is their veal parmesan.
And their lasagna.
And their spaghetti Mulidore.
Oh my gosh, everything is great.
Let's go. I'm starving. We're going right now. Let's go eat some dinner.
I'm so hungry.
I'm so excited to be cooking here today with the great Jerry Bormann, who's the best chef in the world. I love this guy. At the Tuscany Grill in Henderson. Now, he just made a phenomenal chicken marsala. Now, people at home say, oh my God, I can't make that. Yes, you can. And I'm going to show you Chef Michael style. As Jerry did, you get your chicken, as you can see. And this is a beautiful chicken. It's deveined. It's really nice. And it's not that really thick. And what you do is you just turn it in your flour, as you can see. And then, very so gently, you come over this side. And as you can see, the butter and the garlic was sauteing. And then you add your chicken right here, as you can see. All right? Now, what I do is I get my mushrooms. I come over here, grab a little bit of mushroom here, put the mushrooms on that. We got some parsley that I use. We got some salt. Be careful with the salt. Don't be careful, very careful with that. And a little bit of pepper, as you can see. All right, we're gonna raise the flame right about here. All right, and we're cooking that marsala, as you can see. It's got the garlic, it's got the butter. Now, I cooked it in butter because what the butter does, it makes the chicken real soft and moist. Now, be careful that you don't overcook it, because if you do, it gets a dry taste. The one thing about Jerry's, the way he does his, is phenomenal. And what you see is you got your mushrooms and everything is cooking. Now what I do is I get my lid, okay? And I pour this over just like this, because what I want to do is I want to get it to steam to cook. Now you'll see something fantastic. Come back to the next segment, you'll see the second half.
So now you notice we've got two different versions going on here. One is restaurant style with Jerry, and then the other is with Chef Michael if you want to cook it at home.
Now what I do is I add some capers, okay? Now remember, that's optional. That's just something that I personally like to do, is add the capers, because I really, really enjoy the capers for me. And then what I'll do, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I'll get this chicken and I'll split it down the middle. Come on in here, cameraman. I'm going to show you something. You see this? The chicken's not done. The outside's done, and I turn it. Then I turn it again, and I turn this little baby one. Look how pretty that is. Is that gorgeous? Okay, now I get my marsala, all right? And I add a little bit of this. You ready for this? Watch out for that flame. Here we go. Oh, is that beautiful? Look at that. That's fantastic. And I let it cook for just a little hair bit, and then again, I add my little piece over here of stock.
Is that chicken stock?
That's the chicken stock. Now you can use chicken or beef, either one. There's no right way, there's no wrong way. I said it so many times and like this. Now, as you can see, this is done, but I do my roux a little bit different. You can go to Smith's on aisle 2, and I use Wondra. And this is so fantastic, because watch what happens. Come a little closer, and what you gotta do is shut your flame off. Okay, now come a little closer and take a look at this. And what you do, ladies and gentlemen, you just sprinkle that just a hair, as you can see, all right? And then you turn it, and then you turn it, and then you turn it. Okay, Jerry, can I have a plate, please?
Yeah.
Now, if you notice, Jerry used lemon. There's no right way, there's no wrong way. You can use it, but me, in place of the lemon, I choose to use the capers. And then what you do here, okay? Take out your chicken ever so gently. Look how beautiful this is, right? And then with your sauce.
Okay, when I make my marsala, I made the roux in the pan. The main thing is to make sure the roux is mixed well into it. So then I made a little extra stock, so I reduce it down and make sure the roux gets cooked good, so you never have the flour taste, the raw flour taste into your dish. And just in a minute or so, reduce it down to whatever thickness you like. If you like it extra thick on your spaghetti, you can serve it over spaghetti, you can put it on broccoli, you can serve it plain, or however you want at home also. So it's whatever thickness you desire, you know. And that's all. And then we just plate it up. Just take it around there. Mushroom got me.
Now comes the best part. We get to eat it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, delicious.
Wow, boys, this looks great. 2 different dishes by 2 different chefs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Jerry Bormann here at Tuscany Grill and Chef Michael.
Well, what's nice about this is Jerry's got what I cooked, and he gave me what he cooked. Are you ready to dig in, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Let's do it, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Sure
Let me try.
smells good.
Oh, it looks
Smells
great.
delicious.
Let me taste this here.
Oh, and then some caper.
Let me try it. Oh my God, Jerry, this is what I'm talking about. This is exquisite.
This is
Oh, no, no, no. No, this is good. This is good. No, this is good.
Yeah, delicious.
So here we are at Tuscany Grill, and we had a wonderful day here cooking in the kitchen with Jerry Bormann and Chef Michael. Here's a toast to you. See you real soon.
Ponta salud. WIMA. What does that mean, Sandy?
Women and Men in Music and Arts.
WEMA.
Empowering artists of all ages through education, mentoring, and scholarships.
What a great feeling to give these scholarships to these people that need it.
I know, and you can go to WIMAfoundation.org, become a member, or make a donation.
Hi folks, this is Aaron Phillips, and this is my partner Ricky Cash from Vegas Unwrapped Internet Radio.
Hi, how are you?
You know, every week here on the Sandy Kastel and Friends show, we'll take a minute or so to look at the life of those who helped shape the landscape of Las Vegas.
You know, there's no one I'd rather start with than Frank Sinatra, the chairman of the board.
Well, you know, Frank was born in our neck of the woods in Hoboken, New Jersey in 1915 and passed away in 1998.
Well, you know, Las Vegas headliner for years, everybody knows about the Rat Pack, including Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Peter Lawford, and Joey Bishop. But here's an unwrapped treasure for you. Shirley MacLaine was an honorary member of the Rat Pack.
I didn't know that. Did you know that Frank paved the way for African American entertainers to walk into the casino's front doors, threatening to boycott the Sands until Sammy Davis Jr. was actually allowed to walk in through the front door?
That's tremendous. Here's another unwrapped treasure. I bet you didn't know that Frank suffered greatly from depression, and his daughter once commented that a Zoloft a day would keep the demons away.
No, I didn't know that, but I bet you didn't know that Frank was once asked by the FBI to become an informant and gain evidence against the mobs that he was affiliated with.
Wow, I didn't know that. What did he say to them?
Well, he flat out refused.
Wow.
So that's it for today. In future weeks, we will uncover treasures about the likes of Elvis, Liberace, Ella Fitzgerald, and much more.
Wow, can't wait. So bye from now from Phillips and Cash from Vegas Unwrapped.
Put your hands together, folks, for the lovely Miss Sandy Kastel.
Like me a lady tonight. Like me a lady tonight. Like if you've ever been a lady to begin with, like me a lady tonight. Stick with me, sister, I'm the gal that you came in with. Like me a lady. Like me a lady. Las Vegas runs, no doubt.
Spruced up and looking in my prime. Girls come and kiss me, say that you'll miss me. Get me to that church on time.